Ah, them good old days where my parents would buy me a game based on the cover art, never imagining in their wildest dreams that it's about strip clubs and pissing on people. Conker's Bad Fur Day changed the game back then. When I saw this box at the store with this beautiful Rare logo on it, I had to have this game. That Rare logo was a universal seal of approval in those days. These Brits have been on an absolute tear at the time. I played everything they made, even their earliest games like Jetpack. Yes, I played Jetpack, a game that released in the fucking Stone Age. You know how I played it? It was inside of Donkey Kong 64. DK64 was my absolute favorite when I was a kid, standing right next to Banjo-Kazooie, and Conker is so reminiscent of those games already at first glance. There's just something about that colorful 90s typical Rare style, partly cartoonish, partly straight up magical. And Conker takes that typical unmistakable Rare formula and goes completely off the rails with adult humor, reckless behavior, and an inconceivable amount of shit jokes. When I first played this, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Within the first hour of the game, you're controlling a drunk squirrel talking to a scarecrow who's also shit-faced. Then you find a queen bee whose husband is cheating on her with a sunflower with big boobies.
Breast. She's a sunflower.
Yeah, what did you expect her to be? She's a sunflower with big breasts. I'm a bee. Stupid bastard.
And you can use these boobies as a trampoline. And then Conker watches those two have sex. But that's not all. This is peanuts. Not too long after, you fight a giant pile of shit. Just this huge mountain of literal shit. And he sings opera style.
I am the great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
He has corn for teeth. Do you understand? This game is genius. And yes, let your kids play it. Fuck it. I turned out well enough. Now that I got all the obscene stuff out of the way, which Conker is primarily known for, I need to point out another fact that people forget about a lot. If you're a fan of like great classic movies and shows of all time, like all-time greats like The Exorcist, Full Metal Jacket, The Matrix, and even South Park, dude, this game has so many references to many of those amazing works of art, and it does those references so well. Just look at this reference to Saving Private Ryan, the famous horrifying Omaha beach scene. If that isn't love, I don't know what is. Even the first cutscene of the game is a direct reference to Clockwork Orange. I hate to use that word, but this game is a love letter to these legendary works of art. If I had to use just one word for this game, it would be passion. Now, what about the game itself? What does it play like? Well, some people say it aged badly and the controls are clunky. I think they're totally fine. There's segments where the game turns into a third-person shooter. Those are the clunkiest parts of the game, but they're not unplayable. Everything else feels pretty smooth. It's not Mario 64. There's no slide jumps or any of that crazy agile move stuff, but it's absolutely a functional 3D platformer without too much depth, but the game likes to mix up the gameplay on multiple occasions, like that part where Conker straight up turns into Resident Evil 4, years before that one released. There are also parts that let you turn into a bat and fly around. You pick up humans and turn them into marmalade. There's even turret segments, which it almost feels like this game started the infamous QTE turret hell era of gaming. But none of those segments are particularly long. They just don't really overstay their welcome. I would say yes, this game may not have the best gameplay I've ever seen. Some mechanics definitely feel outdated, but Conker's Bad Fur Day really lives from the honestly really well-written characters and its charming delivery of stupid shit humor.
Fan-f***tastic.
I got so excited every time a cutscene started playing, smiling like an idiot all the way through. There are zero moments where I wanted to skip any of those. They're just so full of love for macabre, stupid humor. I guess that's something not everybody likes, but if you enjoy South Park or Drawn Together, for example, I think you'll have quite a few laughs throughout. It's just so endearing in the weirdest way possible. Bottom line, I really feel like there's not a single other game like Conker's Bad Fur Day, and if you've never played it before, and you have any love for N64 era games, or you like the old school style games Rare used to make, you can't go wrong with this one. Well, that's really about it. See you next time.